Hey guys, and welcome to the channel. So as you can see behind me, I have my 2002 Chevy Avalanche. So as you can see, the paint job on this thing is pretty poor. This is from the previous owner and, well, not previous, two previous owners ago. I mean, I'm fairly confident they used the paintbrush on here. As I've been saying, the paint job's, pretty terrible. So what I'm doing right now is I'm painting the entire truck. Now I got this truck for $2,000. It has 240,000 miles on it. So I'm really not trying to go all out and spend a crap ton of money on this. So it came down to it and I was like, you know what? I do watch Street Speed 717 and he did a gray wrap on his Duramax. I thought that looked great. However, again, wraps, $2,000 to try and get it professionally done. And also I'm not even sure how well it would cover on this stuff because of how like grainy it is. It probably show through. So that's where we come to this. So I decided I'm going to see what happens. So Rust-Oleum's Ultra Cover, whatever, using this color is granite. It comes out satin. So it doesn't really matter though, because afterwards I'm using a flat clear, or a matte clear, as you can see. And I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. So one of the reasons I haven't been doing too much with the truck is I have been working on painting it. So as you can see, here's what it looks like on top. The top was by far the most difficult to do because of the angles on here. I'm doing it from the back. I can get up to about this area, right along there, and then I have to go on the side of the chair, get that side, and same with that side. So it's really hard to get an even coat. And then throw on top of that little debris and then wind, and it's really difficult to get this thing painted properly. I had a branch that scraped all the way through here, one here, and you can still see this branch line all the way through. Anyway, guys, so the biggest thing is prep work and everything. So I'm about to go ahead and show you how I've been doing all of this on just the tailgate, because that's the next step in this process. And lastly, I need to do this whole side. But so far, it looks pretty good. So this is the side that is done. I forgot to move that piece of tape. I went a little bit too light on the base coat on this side. You can kind of tell a little bit in here. So I'm going to make sure I do not do that again. But overall, it's dirty because I was standing on top and a lot of the sanity stuff came down. But overall, guys, like, I'm liking it. It's looking pretty good. Went ahead and redid the front end. So black, same color as the body, blacked out the billet bars. And then I still got a couple things to do. I want to restore these headlights, well, the bottom fogs, and these two top blinker housings on both sides are pretty bad. And that fog light as well. And then last we got to do rhino liner. That should finish off the exterior of this truck. But so far so good. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and hop into pretty much this tailgate. So I took it off to make it a little easier. This way I can stand, flip it around, stand it the other way. So step one is obviously going to be sanding. After that, wiping everything down properly, taping all the lines off you don't want any paint on. I'm going to bring this inside in the garage and paint it in there because this way I want to deal with wind, debris, and anything else. So yeah, guys, hope you enjoy the video. We're going to go ahead and hop into a time lapse of sanding this. Alright guys, so as you can see, this is it pretty much after it's been sanded. Sorry, I'm like sweaty. It's like probably like 90 degrees outside, humid, and it's hot out here. But there's no point in standing inside because I'm just gonna get my garage all messed up. So As you can see, there's actually like multiple layers of paint on here. Obviously, there's the really crappy like chalky paint that's there. Then there's this layer of like super flake, I have no idea what that's about. And the original color black, and then occasionally I went through to the primer beneath it. Although I'm curious if this is like a plastic or something, because that doesn't feel like metal. Hopefully it's not too bad, but it'll look fine with this paint on it. But I mean, obviously you can go further than this, and you can get all the way down to the base color if you wanted to. Again, this is just budget though, so I'm just trying to rough up the surface. There's no crazy peeling or anything. And then I'll be able to put the paint on top of it. So we'll just dry off, and I'm going to set up inside the garage to get this thing prepped for paint. Almost missed the handle. Didn't even see that. Alright guys, so we're inside now. And as you can see, I have everything taped off. Just to go over real quick. So I'm using tarps. These are from Lowe's. They're super cheap. They're like a couple dollars for, or $1 really for like a whole tarp. As you can see, they're pretty big. So I'm covering over everything I don't want to spray. And then down in here, it's pretty much just taped over all the lines and then tuck the tarp underneath the tape and taped it to that. This I have the tape on backwards so I can get a solid line around there. And then actually I gotta adjust that guy right there. Alright, we should be good now. And then handle is exposed and everything else. So what we're gonna do real quick is wipe this down one more time, because as you can see, there's still some dust on here. So we're gonna go down once or twice more, and then we're gonna get to painting. So let's continue with the time lapse. Alright, so just to explain what is about to happen. So just wiped it down with a regular cloth, and well, I need to do it again one more time. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to take a regular dry microfiber, and this one looks dirty, but it's pretty clean. Like there's no dust or anything on it. And this is I'm going to use to tack everything down and make sure there's no dust in here, or make sure there's no debris on this, like right there. Little guy, mess up your day. So after that happens, we're going to go ahead and proceed with 3 coats of base. First one's going to be super light. Second one, tiny bit heavier, but still pretty light, and you'll see what I mean. Third one's going to be kind of heavy to like make sure we get full coverage. And I'm aware that this is not a ventilated space, so I have a door there and here that I'm going to get opened up right after no one's spraying to get all the stuff out of here. It's a small thing, so I'm not super worried about it. And yeah, so that's what's about to happen. Alright guys, so as you can see, that's coat 2, and it's definitely coming out pretty good. There's like a few little spots right there. It looks like I didn't prep good enough. One right there. The rest of it though, it's coming out really good. I gotta hit a little bit heavier in all the corners I've been trying to do, but like you see there, it's still a little light. Other than that though, I think this is gonna be the 3rd and final coat for base coat. So I'm really happy with how this is coming out. Really the whole truck's coming out pretty good. Hey guys, so let's keep on trucking. Alright, so this is after our 3rd and final coat of base. And remember, this is a satin, so it does have a decent amount of gloss to it. And I'm actually shocked at how well this laid down. Like, this looks really good. This is by far my best, I guess, panel so far. I've never done painting before, so this is my first time. But this thing looks great. This panel's not the first panel I've done. Done the outside hood. That was probably the worst one. Side of the truck, learned a lesson there. Roof, just the roof. I really can't get any better at that due to location. But guys, look at this. This thing's coming out epic. So now we're going to go ahead and hit clear coat. So same as before, it's going to be a very light coat to start off with. Let it dry. Heavier coats and work our way up. So that is the plan. Probably going to do 3 coats. 2 light ones because this does not always like this all the time. And then a heavy coat to finish it off. Yeah, I'm really liking how this is coming out. I almost kind of wish I could stick with gloss, but the truck has way too many imperfections to do a gloss paint job. So we're going to continue on. Alrighty, we're about to do our final coat, and as you can see, there's kind of less gloss now because it's the flat. And obviously there's a lot of streaks and everything and tiger striping going on, but we're about to finish all that off with a nice, even last coat. So, without further ado, here we go again. So as you can see, guys, we are pretty much done here. You can see a little bit of lines, but some of that's also reflections, so don't worry too much about it. But yeah, there we go. So I'm going to go ahead and... Ooh, trying to mess up my paint job already. I'm going to go ahead and detape everything, and then watch that real quick, and then we're going to reinstall it on the truck. So hopefully she looks pretty good. Alright, so there we have it, guys. I think that looks pretty dang good. I really do. So I think next up for the rear end, fixing the stuff there, the rhino liner. I do want to black out the taillights because it looks kind of awkward having this giant red taillight and then everything else being black and gray. So I think blacking them out will look real good. Last, we just kind of knock out this side, and she's going to be done. But anyway, that's for another day. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed watching. So this has been how I'm going to be painting, how I've been painting this entire truck. I just wanted to show you guys with the one panel. And then if you want to have any questions or anything, please leave them down below. But you pretty much saw everything I used, how I'm doing it right now. Again, this is probably not the best way to do this. However, it's the way that I'm choosing to do it. So hope you enjoyed the video. And as always, leave a comment down below if you have any questions. Follow me on Instagram, All Things Boost. And have a great day, guys. We'll see you later.